Good afternoon, my name is Erik Thijs. I am a student at Lower Canada College and I live in Hudson. I would like to thank the organizers at TEDxYouth Montreal for giving me the opportunity to speak here. Are there any golfers here? Raise your hands. I just want you to know I'm not picking on you as I tell the following story. 3 years ago, I was canoeing on Pine Lake in Hudson. I looked down hoping to spot a fish. Instead, I saw a golf ball. I hopped out of my canoe and picked it up. Don't worry, I was on a sandbar. As I looked back into the water, I noticed there wasn't just one golf ball. There were tons of golf balls. I picked up the visible golf balls, and after I had counted them, I had over 100 golf balls. I thought if I sold them, I'd be rich. I took my bag of golf balls home, but some questions started to bother me. Why were they there? Where did they come from? Could they be harmful to the environment? I did some research. It turns out each golf ball takes 100 to 1,000 years to decompose. And when their rubber core breaks down, they release dangerous levels of zinc and other harmful metals into the water, polluting soil, plant, and animal life. It is estimated that over 300 million golf balls are lost in the United States every year. Knowing that all living things, especially humans, depend on water for survival, this made me seriously worried. And what about pollution we cannot see? What about pesticides and herbicides used on the course? After all, golf is a recreational activity. Could we be really trading a fun sport for a dirty environment? In my research, I learned that in Scotland, when scientists were looking for Nessie in the Loch Ness, they noticed hundreds of thousands of little white things on the lake bottom. They were golf balls. Hundreds and thousands of golf balls. Since golf balls release pollutants into the water, one of the scientists made a joke that Nessie was probably dead from golf ball pollution. As I told you earlier on, I live in Hudson. I'm proud of my town because we were the first municipality in North America to win a 10-year legal fight to ban pesticide usage on plants and gardens, which is awesome. However, the golf courses, while reportedly cutting back on pesticide usage, still seem to be able to use them. I question this. I was prompted to take action by asking questions to other people. I wrote a couple letters to Mayor Corker and Mayor Elliott of Hudson. Mayor Corker concluded the golf balls must be coming from the local golf courses. I went to a watershed meeting and joined a conservation group. The people in charge of the conservation group, the specialists, also concluded the golf balls must be coming from the local golf courses. Naturally, but something more still had to be done. I wrote to the local golf courses and they invited me to come see their screen system. But so far, this hasn't happened. I attended a town council meeting and voiced my concerns about the lake's cleanliness and asked if a water test had been conducted, and if so, if I could have the results. Their answer was no water test had been conducted, but they're willing to have one done. I had the answers, and I had the water test conducted, but it lacked important information on pollutants, and my questions were still unanswered, and the solution to my problem seemed even more complex. Not just one water test was needed, but a series of complex and expensive water tests were needed to thoroughly assess the problem. At this time, I felt very discouraged, but I kept going. Luckily, I was called to speak at an economic summit in front of several West Island mayors. Later, I entered in a contest called Jeunes Leaders Vaudreuil-Soulanges and won, becoming the first recipient of the 12 to 14 age category. Both helped me get my message out to the public. I then got in contact with Dr. Bernard Lendner, hydrologist from McGill. He explained to me that he showed me the larger flow of water in our area, and we walked around Pine Lake and most of the watershed. He helped me understand that while it's a separate system in one regard, any watershed is still part of a bigger picture. All water is connected. I would like to remind everyone of the following. Water keeps us alive. We are made of water. In your body, your blood is blue. Water is shared. Whatever you use on your plants will end up in our water sources. Whatever you use on your grass will end up in our water sources. Water cannot be owned. There is some for everyone. People should not have the right to pollute it. People will need to be respectful of other people and for the children that come after them. We're used to thinking that there's an endless supply of water in Canada. According to the writer Marc de Villiers, freshwater lakes and rivers, which are where humans get their fresh usable water, contain only 0.26% of the world's fresh usable water. To put that into perspective, if all of the Earth's water were put inside of a 5-liter container, Available fresh water would barely fill a teaspoon. We need to take care of this. And we do have the technology and information available to first prevent water pollution and secondly clean up existing messes. And motivated by getting answers to my questions, as well as the fact that I do believe there's a way to clean our water. Lakes elsewhere have been cleaned. I will get that water test, and if the lake is indeed polluted, sure there must be other golf balls in there. So locate the source, stop the pollution, then clean the lake. I'm very grateful for the people who have been helping me in this process. I respectfully ask golfers in this room to use eco-friendly golf balls. I will continue to bring my message upstream and down, and I hope my story, the size of a golf ball, will encourage you to ask your own questions and follow them with research. I hope that one day the lake will be clean enough for me to swim in, and that one day you'll swim with me. Thank you.